live in the lair of the Denardi Trophy winner, of course, the namesake, Neil Denardi. I got to get used to my new surroundings, Tony. So I'm in Denardi's office. Yep. Creative Tony to my left. Getting acclimated. How we doing up here? We good?
Everything good? Phenomenal. Did you see the bumper sticker on the wall behind you?
Yeah, I did. I've seen this is like essentially, I felt
museum.
It's like a Grateful Dead shrine in this room. So I feel right at home. Great to see everybody. Quick question, Tony. I'm in new surroundings. I'm very confused. Yeah. Where are my comments? Can I get some comments up in this piece? I need to see the people.
Boom, right there.
Yeah, give me some comments. I like my comments. Okay, guys. So good to see everybody. Noemi, look at this. We're side by side. Rags, what's happening? We are live from Long Ridge Pizza in like the hidden like labyrinth of. Dude, we're in another building, I think. Yeah. Literally, we're like a building down from where Longbridge is, but this is all connected to Longbridge. It's like remember The Shining? Nicholson running through the maze at the end with the hedges and all that? That was kind of like me trying to find this room. Yep. I had scouts bringing me up stairways. We're crossing thresholds. Anyway, we're here. Tony,
do me a favor, Paulie. We fly Pelicans right here. Hit the soundboard, everybody. There you go. How about say goodnight to the
Hold on, who's this? Oh, say goodnight. Yeah. Oh no. I'll do this all day. I'm like a little kid. You shouldn't have put this in front of me. Oh no. Oh, misfire. Let me go back to Spicoli. I'm having a good time with this. Oh no.
Oh no. Like hammer it. They're gonna hammer it like.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, it's great to be here at Longbridge, and we're trying something different today. We're actually having like a little kind of Polymath Creative Tony throwback because we're going to end the show a little bit after 1 today because we have our kind of third family member joining us today for a little holiday lunch, our buddy Shannon Kaler. Now, if you guys used to listen to the old, I do hear that echo. I know what Neil was talking about. It's like an ambient kind of bounce. It's fine with me.
It doesn't come over the broadcast.
I know all about it. I've been doing this for years with you. And I lost my train of thought. Oh, Kaler, right. Yeah. So Tony and I used to do a podcast at KNBR for several, 7, 8 years. Yeah. We did this once a week, and it was kind of the precursor to this show. And Kaler was our third partner on the show, and he's up in his new career now, but he still works in the city. So anyway, long story short, Shannon's going to join us for lunch today. So we're going to.
On that note,
peep this, particle heads. PMP's weekly musical assignment begins now, right now.
Okay. And by the way, just so people know, Don Peralta's here. He's in the house.
Don Day.
He's to my left.
Can we get a drive-by? Give me a drive. Tommy, come on over here, man. Come on over here. No need to hide the handsome, rugged looks. Let's get him on.
Nowhere to run to, baby.
We got the triumvirate is in place right now.
There's Tommy. Oh, you got my single shoulder.
Really? How about this, dude? That hurts. I barely touched him. It goes out. Yeah.
Two shots yesterday.
Shingles. It is pain in the ass. I had those too. Yeah.
And hepatitis B.
Always a good time.
Fun. What? You want to talk about? Hey,
look. Yeah. Hepatitis. Fun. Yeah. By the way, we're bringing shingles back. I don't know if you heard about this. We're bringing sexy back. We're bringing hepatitis back. We want it all. Give me all the diseases. By the way, dude, only because we just did a Chris Russo riff. Shingles, fun. Yeah. So check this out. Last night, post-night flight, I go into this is my normal routine. I get a little Three's Company going. By the way, it was a good one. Jack was cooking dinner for this mobster, and he made him spicy spaghetti, like linguine and clam sauce or something. Anybody catch this? 10 o'clock, IFC last night. So, dude, he's sitting there, and Jack goes, I like my spice. He goes, I want my sauce spicy. And so Tripper's in the back just loaded up with spice. This guy, oh, yeah, that's why. Well, rest in peace. Rest in peace. Dude, so Tripper comes out with the sauce. The guy loves it so much, he's grabbing Jack. He goes, it reminds me of my mama's sauce. And then Janet comes over, and Janet's going, Jack can be very mean, and he does this and that. And then the mobster goes, you yelled at her mama? Hey, you yelled at her mama? Anyway, if anybody saw it, it was tremendous. Dude. Give me some Tripper on the screen. Get him up there. Get his ass up there.
I mean, look at me.
100, bro, all day with Jack. Look at him with the best. That's my guy. By the way, don't sleep on Tripper's abilities as a swordsman. This guy had new girlfriends. He was a true swordsman. Every other, he could rival Derek Jeter. He got there before Jeter did, believe me.
So good.
But anyway,
Yeah.
back to, sorry, I'm going to be bumping that thing all day now. Your shingles. So, dude, I go downstairs, get a little bit of tripper, and then I was like, you know what, let me see what's on Netflix. Because I always have a hard time coming down. Anybody else feel that after
Wait, did you finish the Kanye West thing? Did you?
Well, the Puff Daddy.
I'm sorry, the Puff Daddy?
I did.
You did? Okay,
I did.
So I was going to say, go check that out. I'm getting really depressed.
And disturbed. I was like, if that guy ever came anywhere near anybody I cared about, I mean, we'd have problems. This guy's a sick mother effer.
Yes.
Really, really a sick bastard.
Mm-hmm.
But no, so I'm on Netflix, and I see there's this new movie. It's called, I actually wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. It's called
Adam Sandler?
No.
Oh.
This is a brand new flick. It just hit the thing. It's called Caught Stealing.
Ooh.
With Austin Butler, who is the kid who played Elvis. He was also in Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He played one of the Manson guys. Tex, true person.
Nice.
Anyway, this movie Caught Stealing. Here's what's so wild about this. It's set in 19. Have you seen this now? You're nodding. Okay,
ready.
Giant fans, check this out. This is crazy. I had no idea that what I was walking into, and I only watched half of it. I was getting tired, so I'll finish it.
I thought you were going to say it's a James Addiction movie.
I wish it was.
Yeah.
I watched that too. No, so Austin Butler plays a bartender in the Lower East Side of Manhattan in 1998, and he's a monster Giants fan. His character.
San Francisco guy.
Yes, it's so weird. It's a lot like Chris Kelly from Saturday Night Live.
Nice.
He's a Giant fan stranded in New York, and to prove the point, he's basically wearing a Giants hat in every scene. So let me show you a couple of pictures. So here he is. There's a picture of Butler with the Giants hat.
So
I don't know if you guys can see that.
There you go.
There he is right there. He's a real heartthrob, this kid. All the ladies love him. And his love interest, by the way, is Zoe Kravitz. Zoe Kravitz, who, and here's a picture. Look at these two here. The Giants hat on again, T. Take a look.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so every scene, I
There
can't.
he is. There he is right there.
Yeah, get a few of those up there. So he's wearing a Giants hat essentially in every scene. And at one point, he's listening to Russo talk about the Giants in this movie.
No way.
I'll tell you what then, Mike, and he's still with Mike in the Mad Dog. The Giants are half a game out. Giant baseball, fun. So anyway, I got Butler, I got Russo. There's a KNBR 68 bumper sticker on his refrigerator.
Come on.
I swear, dude, there's a heavy Giants theme in this whole movie. And he keeps talking about the 98 pennant race. It's like the end of this, it's like in September. So he's like, we're only one game out, man. We lost to the Pirates, but we scored 18 runs last night and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, it's a real kick. If you guys want to experience some like mainstream pop culture with a heavy Giants tilt, check this flick out. It's called Caught Stealing, and it's on Netflix. And the amount of Giant stuff going on is going to blow you guys away. It blew me away.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You don't see the Giants SF in motion pictures very often.
Dude, you ever see a KBR 68 sticker? That's old school for you out-of-state guys. Like, that's before it was...
Remember the jingle? KNBR 68?
I miss those jingles.
Oh, dude.
We need a jingle. Holy night, or whatever, with chimes bling, bling, bling. You know what I mean? Something like that. I'll write one. I can write
Remember
one.
to call it Cumulus, the power of
Radio, flan, flan, flan. Yeah. Cumulus, the power of firing people.
Yeah.
Flan, flan, flan. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Paulie, dude, we got to talk some things about that's going on in the NFL world today. But first of all, I played Shannon Kaler's musical assignment open because we're having lunch with Shannon today. But also, we have the Sweet Mad Hatter coming on tomorrow for the musical assignment. And
what is it? I don't even know what the assignment is, by the way. I got to get filled in.
Christmas songs. Yeah, it's Christmas songs.
I got a good one already. Got a good one.
I got to go into it, but I'm wondering if it's the same one as
Nah, there's no way. There's no way you're coming in with what I'm coming with. There's no freaking way.
Mine is literally, it makes me feel so good. It makes me feel so happy.
Mine's more of a comedy thing. This is like my first reaction, and there's no effing way you will pick the song.
Are you talking Kick in the Box?
No. This is way. I'm going to the underground. No one's going to know. No one's ready for this. But I'm coming.
So, prepare for that, everybody. Send us in pollyspot@gmail.com.
And Sweet Mad Hatter will join us on the show.
Join us
I want visuals.
Yes.
I want leg bombs. I want it all. Okay.
Dom tested the visuals and audio earlier today, so thank you, Dom Peralta, for doing that. And that will be the musical assignment tomorrow. And we got our hot and sour picks for tomorrow, too. We got the Falcons and the Bucks tonight. Banged up Baker against Kirk Cousins in our 30 on Thursday, which you can catch on Chronicle 4 Plus app, the Chronicle 4 Plus app. We talked about Kirk Cousins beat the Bucks both times last year, and he threw for 785 yards, 8 touchdowns, 1 pick against the Bucks last year. I'm curious what's going to happen. And by the way, Vegas only has about 4.5 points spread.
Okay, as usual, I'm distracted. So let me, before I address you, I want to address a couple of comments.
Yeah,
One, Sweet Mad Hatter, his reply, I'll be on with the leg bump. That's my boy. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Comment number 2, and then I'm going to address the Baker Bucks spread thing. Escobar Cheeks III, the Golden Glutes Award winner, he said we sound like we're in a shoebox or something, and it's very boomy and echoey. I'm just throwing that out.
Oh, okay.
There's a little feedback from the audience. Sorry, guys, we're doing the best we can. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything we can do.
Inside, walk this way.
Tony, why?
Hey.
My question is, why do we sound like we're in a shoebox? Oh, no.
Hey,
no.
Paulie, we sound like we're in a shoebox.
That's my boy, Bill. Yeah, it's my boy, Christian Bale.
And hold on, Paulie, hold on. We got business time. Let's go. And then let's do the long. Let's do extended.
Okay.
Patty from Napa is a super Patty. Thank you for being a super. It sounds like you're in a bathroom stall. Good. Join us in the bathroom stall then, please.
Smoking in the boys' room, Motley Crue, not a bad track. Why do we sound like we're in a bathroom? Should we do anything about this? Can we do anything?
Maybe, I don't know, it's the echo. Maybe because we're both in the room together. I don't know. Well, maybe I'll talk to you about getting some soundproofing.
Yeah, throw some egg cartons up.
Yeah,
in your spare time. Just cover the walls and proofing. Yeah.
So we'll have to listen back to this tonight in post-production. We have major post-production meetings every night that you should be a part of.
Actually, it's not even a joke. I wish that was a joke. It's a little too much. Yeah. Too much, too fast.
So Paulie, do you have any thoughts? It's a weird matchup for Thursday Night Football.
I think if the Bucks can't win this game tonight on their own field, they're toast. I mean, they have to win this game for a variety of reasons. One, they got to keep it, because here come the Panthers right behind them.
Yeah.
And is it true? Are they playing them twice in the next 3 weeks?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on. I think is it the Giants Rags or the Cowboys? Either the Giants or the Cowboys have to play the Commanders twice in the next 3 weeks. So it's kind of a weird way to end your season seeing the same team twice in a 3-week span. I don't know why the NFL would do that.
Yeah, that is weird.
But my original point was going to be the Bucks have been losing recently. They got off to a great start. They've been in a lot of tough games. They've lost some close ones. So we're going to find out what the Bucks are made of tonight. If they don't win this game tonight, I would say their season is probably over.
Dude, they were 6-2 at the bye,
and now they're 7-5, right?
7-6.
7-6.
Yeah.
See?
But they're still atop their division, and they're tied with Carolina atop the division. And Carolina, they play Carolina twice, like you said. So it's going to be interesting. Dude, the last 4 weeks of the season, dude, are going to be hot and heavy, man. Especially the Niners, they have to go to Indy, but other than that, they're home.
I don't know if you remember this or not. Sorry to interrupt you, Tony. But when on Seinfeld, when Elaine was dating that jazz sax player, Jake Jarmel.
Yes.
I have all his albums, by the way. Jake Jarmel. He had a track called "Hot and Heavy."
Yes, he did.
He goes, this one's called "Hot and Heavy."
Dude,
He's not like that.
When you watch Three's Company, I watch Seinfeld.
Don't be afraid to get some Tripper. It's so politically incorrect. It's amazing, dude. When Roper comes in and starts doing like a Tinkerbell thing in front of Tripper, he's like, "Hi, Jack," and he starts like doing it's incredible because you can never do that stuff today. And same thing with Ralph. Here comes Furley, but it's all about this.
Yeah,
it's all about "Hi, Jack." Starts mocking him, and Jack's not even gay, which is the best part. Right. So,
but they think he is because he's living with Chrissy and Jack.
That's the facade. Anyway, tell me about Seinfeld.
The episode last night it's one. I would rank it as top 5 episodes in the entire catalog of Seinfeld.
Let's go.
It's the shrinkage episode, but it's also the lobster. Kramer steals lobsters off the beach, and it's also the ugly baby, where Kramer freaks out at the ugly baby.
You gotta see the baby. Look at the baby.
And the one guy who Elaine's interested in, he's like, "Oh gosh, you are breathtaking." And then the baby comes out and he goes, "Oh, that baby's."
Oh, that doctor. Yeah. Breathtaking. That's a word. I don't think I've ever used that word in my entire life. No. You're breathtaking. I mean, that's a little too corny for me. Anyway, I would take the Bucks tonight. I would give the 4 because in fact, listen, who are the Falcons? I know nothing about the Falcons. I know their quarterback Penix is out. Here comes Kirk Cousins, the holy roller himself. Right. And I've never, ever, ever been a Kirk Cousins guy. The fact that Kyle Shanahan was so obsessed with him always kind of bugged me. I don't see it. I don't think he's a leader. I don't think he has any kind of connection with his teammates. He's a real Jesus guy. He's like all about Jesus to the point where I think it alienates people. I heard that was happening in Minnesota. before he got traded. So anyway, I'm just saying I would expect the Bucs to handle their business tonight. If they're as good as I kind of thought they were, we're going to find out.
Well, remember how Sirianni told the Eagles that God has a plan for the Eagles?
You know what, dude? The plan, I think God's plan for the Eagles is losses.
Yeah.
I think that's God's plan.
I think I got to go Bucs too. Mike Evans is back, which is great.
Yeah, finally. Yeah.
Dude, Kirk Cousins is, I don't know how old he is. By the way, totally just, I'm going to go with it. Phillip Rivers, right? There's a good chance that not only that he'll start this weekend, that he'll also start against the Niners next weekend.
Wow.
Dude, he's a grandfather. Is this the first ever grandfather?
It's a great question.
An NFL game.
That's a great question. Anybody can help us with that? Let us know. Dommy, a little quick research. Has there ever been a grandfather under center in the NFL? Maybe Ken Stabler, maybe Roman Gabriel. I'm trying to think of like old school. Billy Kilmer, maybe. Might have been a grandfather. He looked like he was 50 when he was playing. But I'm not sure. That's a good question.
Here we go. Phillip Rivers can join an exclusive list of grandparents active in professional sports. So not in the NFL, but active in professional sports. So I'll have to scroll through this article.
You know what?
Brett Favre was a grandfather?
I want to be a grandfather. I'm hoping to be a grandfather. I want to be a grandfather so bad. I'll be spoiling the H out of my kids.
Dude, Robert Parrish was a grandfather at the end of the
That makes a lot. Dude, Gordie Howe. Bro, Gordie Howe was in his 50s skating around in the NHL. And he was still built like a brick S house.
That's unbelievable.
Seriously. Gordie effing Howe.
The toughest sport besides football is hockey, dude. And the fact that you're in your 50s.
50s!
It's insane.
50s! And
you know how to skate backwards?
Oh, yeah.
You can skate backwards?
Yes.
Jesus.
You can too. It's all about weight. All you gotta do.
No, I cannot. I've tried. Dude.
I can show you.
What do you do? What's the?
You basically just keep it's about this. It's about pushing, using your skates, pushing. Because you gotta keep the feet moving, but you're pushing back. It's not that hard.
You almost look like Shot Teddy Gregorio.
Yeah, I wish I did. Yeah.
Okay, and then Paulie. So how do you feel about Old Man Rivers and the Colts this weekend, dude? At Seattle. Seattle's defense might be one of the top three best defenses in the NFL.
They better keep like an ambulance for Grandpa, like on like nearby on location, because he could be getting stretchered off. The first grandfather to ever get an ambulance ride at the NFL game. Because I will say this though, I've always liked Old Man Rivers.
Me too.
I admire his toughness. Like you go back to the Charger days and everything, he was a tough SOB, man, and he won a lot of big games. There's a good argument he could wind up in the Hall of Fame someday, Phillip Rivers. He had a really, really good career.
Well, I heard today, too, that if he comes back and actually takes the snap in an NFL game, it pushes his NFL Hall of Fame bid back 5 years.
That's a little too bad, but I think he's probably willing to take that trade-off, just to get some more live action. And I wouldn't count him out. I know it sounds crazy.
You'll have to count me out.
Give it to me. I don't know it.
You're going to have to count the new edition?
No, I don't think I know it. Yeah.
You're going to have to count me out. It's in the same vein as Mr. Telephone Man.
What's he saying? Count me out of what?
You're going to have to count me out as far as like the relationship.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to have to count me out.
That'd be a hell of a way to break up with somebody. You know what I mean? I can't see you anymore. Why not? Well, you're just going to have to count me out. I got to go. Bye. You know what I mean? Like, try that one at home, kids. Yeah, you see how it goes.
Totally. Yeah. New edition I love the new edition. Can you stand the rain, Paulie? But the NFL slate's a good one this weekend, and we talked Niners Titans yesterday. I checked in on John Lynch today, dude. He wants no part of any question about Brandon Ayuk ever.
I don't blame him. I don't even want to talk about him anymore. I have Brandon Ayuk fatigue. I mean, first of all. Again, remember how I was breaking Debo's balls last week? I'm like, yeah, go ahead, go play for the Commanders, have a great time. Did you see he dropped a touchdown pass that hit his hands in the end zone last week? So you're doing great, Debo. Brandon Ayuk, why don't you go get some of that? Go play for a 3-11 team, drop a few passes. You won't have Kyle Shanahan getting you open anymore, and then you can finally be happy. I don't understand, and I look back at the great Niner teams. I saw all of them. We are lucky. We're just that age. We grew up when the Niners were great. I don't remember Jerry Rice, Freddie Solomon, John Taylor, Brent Jones, John Frank. I don't remember any of those guys ever complaining about their salary, about their contract status. Those guys are too busy going out there dedicated to the idea that we're going to go win a championship. There was no bickering. There was no, I'm going to hold out. I want to be. what is with this generation of players? And again, what
It's all wide receivers too.
it's all divas. And I got to
Yeah.
tell you, you're right. They're wide receivers generally, but
Yeah.
you guys, you know what drives me nuts? None of these guys have accomplished anything in my mind. I'm at the point now, I'm becoming an angry old man. I don't care how great your regular season is. I don't care. Good for you. I'm glad you got some numbers. Win a ring so we can start talking about how great you really are. Until then, Brandon Ayuk, if you don't want to be here, adios, Holmes. See you later. Go ahead. Go do your thing. Go play for Tennessee.
And the grass isn't always green.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Go ask Deebo Samuel how much
Yeah.
fun he's having in D.C. It don't look fun to me.
And there's already talk about Ayuk the Commanders are a possible destination.
Perfect. Go have a reunion. Go nuts, you guys. You can compare drops.
You know what I mean?
After games. How many did you drop today? I dropped 2. How about you? I dropped 3. Yeah, nice. You know what I mean? That's Ayuk and Deebo talking after a game next year, in my mind.
Yeah. Paulie, go ahead, Ayuk. But you know what I want this weekend? I want at least 6 Ricky Pearsall catches. You know what I mean? Because I feel like he hasn't gotten into a flow at all.
I would agree with that.
And
yeah, he has.
I want some Pearsall. I want some Pearsall because obviously you got McCaffrey, you got Kittle,
and your boy JJ.
Oh, JJ.
Yeah.
JJ.
And I'm talking Stokes. I'm talking Jennings. Jawan. Yeah.
He's the best receiver I've seen in the last
He's probably the best receiver in the history of football. As far as I've never seen anybody better. Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
He's the number one. No, go ahead.
I don't know why Kyle's not throwing him the ball at least 15 times a game.
Put him under center.
Yeah.
Let him throw the ball.
Yeah.
He can do it all. He can kick field goals too. We'll try that.
Well, he also gets kicked in or punched in the nuts.
Yeah.
Because
he runs his mouth. That's
right.
what happens to little what they call them on the streets, Tony, is punk ass bees.
Yeah.
Punk ass bees. Yeah. And there's a lot of evidence that Juwan Jennings might just be a punk ass bee. So guys aren't slugging each other in the nuts without proper provocation. I can promise you that.
Oh, dude. Hold on a second. They just said Escobar said only sound I heard was Shannon. Escobar is a super. That's interesting. They're not hearing the sound clips. That's weird. They heard Shannon from the computer. That's odd. And then let's go. Thanks for the heads up on that, Escobar Cheeks the third. And Joe Cool 84 is a super poly. Big shout out to Brent Jones on getting a red jacket this weekend and going into the 49ers Hall of Fame. Long overdue.
You know what?
Hell yeah.
I love Brent Jones. He's a great friend of ours. We'll definitely get Brent back on the show. I just talked to Tony about Brent Jones a couple of days ago. My question, I'll bounce it off the audience too. Would it be better to get Brent Jones now or during the playoffs? I feel like the playoffs. I kind of want to wait. Let's get Brent Jones talking about postseason matchups and stuff.
Yes.
So that's my thought there. But I'm glad for Brent Jones. He belongs in the Niner Hall of Fame. But that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. In my mind, and maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, this is just how I view things. I think Brent Jones is the best tight end in 49er history.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, he was always reliable, tough as hell. I can't ever recall him complaining about a goddamn thing. And he won 3 Super Bowls. Right. He went to Pro Bowls. So it's like, yeah, George Kittle, you've had a lot of great regular seasons. Win a ring. And then we can talk about how great these guys are. So again, that's kind of where I'm at these days. I've had it with losing playoff games. I've had it with losing Super Bowls. I was talking to Los D about this yesterday. We had a text exchange, and he was like, this is the question. Yeah. I'm going to ask you the question Los D asked me. If Eddie D still owned the Niners, would he have fired Shanahan after the second Super Bowl loss? I said yes. I think Eddie D would not have tolerated 2 L's. He might not have even tolerated the 1. He might have gotten rid of him right after the first. Because Eddie D was like, we're not going to Super Bowls just to hang out, just to be, hey, look at what we did. No. We're going to come home with the freaking Lombardi. So now I'm getting pissed.
Yeah.
So would Eddie D have fired Shanahan?
I think that's a very valid question. And I think, because Eddie D, he was like Joe Lacob, right?
He's not going to tolerate.
Joe Lacob was like Eddie D.
Yeah.
Or they don't tolerate losing. And they need to make the change now, make the, whatever the problem or problems were, get rid of them and move on and rebuild and make a winner. I can't stand that the Niners in my kids and your kids' lifetime are the team that go to Super Bowls and lose.
I hate it. I hate it so much, And my kids almost like they kind of snicker at the Niners. Like what? Especially James. He's like, "What's the point of going to Super Bowls? Dad? We're just going to lose again." I'm like, the fact that you're saying that bums me out because that's their reality. They're like, we're the team that goes and loses. I saw Noemi saying if Eddie D was still the owner, we wouldn't have lost any Super Bowls because that's because his standard. Like Eddie D famously was like, we're not raising flags because we won the NFC West. We're not raising flags because we are the NFC, we're the conference champs. We raise a flag when we win Super Bowls. That's what we do. We're in the business of winning Super Bowls. So all of that is on the heels of the Brent Jones announcement. I'm very happy for him. But to me, he's still the guy. With respect to George Kittle, he was great. Vernon Davis, he was another great tight end. None of them, they all came back empty-handed. That includes Vernon, too.
Vernon was a beast, too, man. But Brent Jones, definitely. Brent Jones. I even loved
and Brent Jones, one more thing, Tony, real quick, sorry. Brent Jones used to run routes routinely that guys just don't run anymore. Brent Jones would be running across the middle of the field constantly on slants.
Okay.
And he was fearless, and he paid the price. Brent Jones used to get lit up by safeties, by linebackers, but he never complained, and he was always tough as hell. I don't see many of our receivers or tight ends running slants across the field.
My favorite play, and I talked to Brent about this when we did that night with him at the winery up there in Napa.
Whetstone Winery, Jamie Whetstone. Yeah,
that's right.
The best.
Whetstone Winery. WHETSTONE, Whetstone. If you're checking out, if you want to see the wine up in the Napa Valley. Paulie, but when they go down the seam, Steve Young and Montana would hit Brent Jones down the seam.
In stride,
right in the breadbasket, dude. Like right in the breadbasket.
Yeah, that's a pass Mahomes could never make, by the way. I'm just throwing that out there. I've never seen Mahomes hit somebody in stride, but go ahead, Tony.
Oh, dude, don't get me started. I'm enjoying the Mahomes-less conversation today. What do you think how Eddie D would handle Jordan Jennings?
Oh, dude, he would have been like, dude, just get out of the building. Yeah. Why don't you pack your gear up? Here's a box. Go. I want you gone by lunchtime.
Like it's a famous line, get out of my sight.
I think, with riffing aside, I think if Eddie D valued the person he was talking to, a Montana, a lot, a Dwight Clark, guys like that, he would have that conversation. But until you've earned your stripes, I don't think Eddie D's got time for that kind of nonsense.
Dude, the Robot Centaur is on it. I was going to bring this up a second ago. Delaney Walker, don't forget about Delaney Walker. He was a damn good tight end for that.
And this is what drives me crazy, dude. You look back on those Harbaugh teams where they were lining up Delaney Walker and Vernon Davis in a double tight end set. And then on the defensive side, they were so loaded. Everybody from Deshaun Goldson to P. Willis and Navarro Bowman, Justin Smith, Alden Smith. They couldn't win a ring with that group. That is mind-blowing to me because I think they were the best team in the league a couple of years, and they just couldn't get it done. There were times they couldn't get past Seattle, and then, of course, the blackout Super Bowl. But it's starting to bother me that we have all these great players and we haven't been able to get them up to the top of the mountain.
I agree. And I'm gonna call a timeout. I'm gonna pull back the curtain and show people the peek behind the curtain. Dom, did you check the back of the monitor to make sure that it's plugged in?
We're in the right one.
Yeah, right.
The roadcaster's not reading.
Yeah, that's so.
What's going on? Oh, they can't hear the sound?
None of the soundboard.
That's too bad.
That is too bad. So, okay, we're learning and growing here. That's what I tell my kids every day. Did you learn and grow today? That's for us.
Anybody getting that Keith laugh right there? I'm hitting Richards as we speak. Here's another one. Nothing? Well, it's funny. It sounds funny. But don't worry, I'll be back home in my home studio tomorrow. We'll get back on track. I don't know. It might be because we got two people going through the board. I don't know. I'm no producer.
I see old Pat trying to get on the show too. Oh, there he is. Okay, we're gonna have Patrick Conner. He's in the green room.
Well, let's do a spot first.
Yes.
We got to get some business done.
Yes.
Pecan, hang tight for 1 second, buddy, and then we're going to bring you in right after we talk about.
Let's get into the calculator, Paulie. Let's dive into the calculator with Carlos De La Fuente, our guy. Actually, Carlos, if you looked at the thumbnail today, it's a great picture of Paulie Mack, myself, Carlos De La Fuente, and Patrick Conner from March 27th, opening day at Long Beach Pizza. Our first gathering.
Let's take a look at this. I want to see this picture.
Our first PMP gathering. So it's a great shot of old Pat with Carlos De La Fuente and Paulie and I. But Los is just, months ago, we had a great session with the term trust Los.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting feedback from people that have actually worked with Los. And they're saying, absolutely, I can trust Los. He handled my finances. He's handling my situation with 10 and 11 care and immediacy, right? Like he doesn't let things just kind of
fester.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. That should work. Oh, sorry, Los. That should work. Click that main stereo, Dom.
Hold on, you guys. Stand by.
Try that now.
Let me try this. Tell me if you hear Keith Richards laughing.
Sounds funny to me. Do you guys hear? Yeah, Cheek says yes. Okay.
Well, yeah, then let's okay, we had an I don't know.
Oh no.
Okay, that's for Los. Los loves the
Oh no.
I love
Okay.
that too.
and then also let's go. We didn't know they didn't hear this earlier.
Oh, yeah. It's business time.
And then Paulie, just because we haven't played this in a long time, dude.
The rules are there ain't no rules.
100%.
Long overdue for that.
100%. Sometimes I get kind of aggravated by the sonic mishaps, Tony. Yeah, it makes me want to sigh. Yeah.
Dude, that's a great band name. by
Polly
the
Mac
way.
and the Sonic Mishaps.
That's a
Not bad.
good band
Not
name,
bad.
dude. The
Tommy,
Sonic,
jot that one down. The Sonic Mishaps.
the Sonic mishaps.
By the way, you know what else would be a good idea? How about we do an acoustic, and I'm not even kidding about this. How about an acoustic sonic reducer?
Ooh, dude.
I
come
love
on.
sonic
Me
reducer.
too.
I'm a sonic reducer
Me
head.
too. I had a great Pearl Jam session driving up to the Long Ridge Pizza office of Neil Denardi
Get
this
me
morning.
back in the calculator so
Yeah.
we can talk to Pat.
So my point being is that literally these are firsthand accounts from dear friends of mine that are in San Carlos and Belmont that Carlos has worked with, and also talking to Corinne Sartorio, one of our favorites. She is finalizing stuff with Los right now, and she raves about Carlos and the whole experience.
Yeah.
And these are all very unique situations. My friend Pete Hoffman, who you know, Paulie, his situation was very unique. Carlos handled it and says, "Let's get creative with this S." And then and then my friend Pete Cruz, same thing. And it's I think it's a second or a reverse mortgage or a second or a HELOC. I don't remember which one it is for Pete Cruz, but Los handled it. And so if you want things handled, if you want things done, usually the adage is if you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. No, if you want it done right, especially when it comes to something like your home or your finances, your mortgage, call Carlos De La Fuente, Paulie, 925-250-4895, 925-250-4894, excuse me. Go, Pete.
And by the way, take some of my advice from a previous topic on the show. When you talk to Carlos or email him, carlos@myflexnow.com, ask him some Niner questions. He loves talking
Yes.
Niners. We do it all the time. Like I said, we had this big Eddie DeBartolo thing yesterday. Would Eddie D have fired Shanahan? We went back and forth on that. The point is, Carlos is a great guy. He's a very easy guy to talk to. You can put your trust in Carlos, which might be the most important attribute, because when it comes to your money, your future, decisions like that are going to affect your family and your kids, you want to make sure the person you're working with has your best interest in mind. And I can assure you that is the case with Carlos. So reach out today, 925-250-4894. Carlos De La Fuente with MyFlex Now. He will take care of all of your financial concerns, from the mortgage work, like Tony mentioned with Corinne, the HELOC loans, private money loans. He can take care of all of it. So get yourself in the right hands today with Carlos De La Fuente. And thank you, Lusty. We love you, buddy.
And also, Paulie, just want to let people know that if you want to really spell out your situation and like maybe attach some documents or whatever, email Carlos De La Fuente at carlos@myflexnow.com if you want to just get everything down in writing on paper. So
100%. All right, Tony, can you bring our friend Patrick Connor into the procession? Because this is our old colleague. We love Pat. And the thought today was, first of all, anytime we can get Patrick on the show, it's always a great idea. And second of all, this is his time of year.
Yep.
College football playoff, the brackets are set. And I don't know about you, but a lot of times I'll be watching a college football game and I'll be like, I wonder what Pat thinks about this. Because he is like, the way people come and like they ask me a Grateful Dead question.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I am with Patrick.
Well,
it's like I have a lot of questions and he has answers.
And also, Paulie, one of the greatest things to ever grace the airwaves of KMBR were Pecan's draft bios for all the college players. They were incredible.
He put a lot, as you know, he put a lot of time and energy and effort into those. And each player had his own like little mini production piece. It was really great. And then, of course, Patrick showed the saloon, which everybody loved. I think we should get Pecan to bring that bad boy back.
Yep.
Dude, bring the saloon. Let's get him on. Let's talk to him. We're talking about him. We could be talking to him. Let's talk to Pecan.
Let's go here, Pecan.
What up, boys?
Yeah. What's up, dude? There he is.
I'm rocking my Ducks gear, dude. I'm gonna be quacking all the way to the championship, baby. Let's go.
Okay, so let's start right there. And first of all, Patrick, great to see you. I did not expect to see you quacking and wearing Duck colors. Let's speak to it. When did this happen? Why did this happen? And what's the backstory?
I got a lot of connection and love for Eugene. Of course, beating them in the 2010 national championship when I put on the eye black and wore the orange and blue and ran with Cam Newton and whooped that ass. was actually a great game.
Yeah.
But allows me to pull for the Ducks today. But I have so many dear friends that are Duck family members that I'm just, and my team is out of it. My alma mater's not rolling through the CFP. So I've adopted the Ducks. My friend Jeff Paul was up there for the Wisconsin game. Got me this sweet little Grateful Dead throwback
that's
ditty.
The Grateful Ducks, yes, the Grateful Ducks shirt. That's badass.
Yeah,
Nice.
Hey, Tony, it's very sticky up here. It's got the sticky icky, dude. It's nice.
Interesting, dude. By the way, Pecan, you mentioned Eugene, Oregon. We have a listener. His name is William, but he goes by the name of Sweet Mad Hatter, and he lives in Eugene, Oregon. He's coming on our show tomorrow to do our musical assignment. Dude, he unfortunately lost part of his leg, but he has an artificial leg, and he uses it as a bong.
He calls it Pecan. He calls it the leg bong.
Dude.
I've seen him hit it, dude. The entire prosthetic leg fills up with smoke, and then my man just hits it. It's very inventive. It's a really
stunning.
use.
Yeah, I mean, it would be quite stunning. I lived in the Tenderloin for many years, and I saw people smoke a lot of shit out of a lot of things.
Yeah.
I don't know if I ever saw him smoke out of a leg.
No,
not a prosthetic leg. It was a first for me too. Yeah.
I got to tell you, the other day I'm driving to my house, and speaking of prosthetic legs or lack thereof, there was this guy with his cute little dog on the corner, and the dog was trying to hang fire, and he only had 3 legs, and he was missing the rear leg, his rear left leg. Right. So when this little cute whippet would squat to crap, he would fall down, and the owner would just pick him back up and just keep cheering him on. It was emotionally distressing and motivating, because I was like, these two guys are the best buddies. They're not going to stop for nothing. This dog is going to make it work, and his buddy was hanging with him.
Okay, couple of reactions. First, this is why I love Pecan so much. For starters, my solution in my head, Pecan, is the owner could simply just pick the dog up and hold it while it's doing. Yes. And by the way, you using the phrase "hang fire," home run, Pecan, home run. And then last thing, all-time greatest 3-legged dogs. I think you'll be able to connect with me on this. We got to shout out the cover of the Alice in Chains record, where it's like Jerry Cantrell's dog. He's got 3 legs. He's just standing there. That's the cover of the album.
Hey, Pecan, real quick. I don't know if you know Flight of the Conchords, but we play music here when we have to handle business on the show. So I'm going to play something for you.
Okay. Yeah, it's good.
I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say it's time for business. It's business time.
Okay, that was nice. We were in unison right there. We have a couple supers, Paulie. Pecan, shouting you out, dude. So I want to bring them to the stage right now. Noemi Catalina, also known as Lady Catalina, makes her own hot sauce.
Nice.
Pecan.
Hey, Noemi.
And, she says, "Pecan, hoorah!"
Hoorah!
Thank you, Noemi, for the super. And then we've got one of our all-time favorites, Patty from Napa.
Love Patty.
War Eagle, Pecan, miss you much.
Yeah.
So
going to Napa on Sunday. So I don't know if I'll see you up there, but dear family friends.
You doing some wine tasting?
Mad Dog 4040. No, I don't drink wine all that much. The last time I drank wine ended in an absolute disaster. So, and it wasn't that long ago. Almost ended in divorce.
It happens. It happens. It happens to the best of them, Pat. Don't worry.
Hey, did you see Pecan? I don't know if you saw on social media. Pecan went to Italy with his beautiful bride, Michelle.
Nice.
That trip, those pictures looked amazing. It was a great trip, huh?
Oh, it was phenomenal. Did we drink? We might have had a glass or two of wine. You have to, right? Very little drinking, dude. I have the shingles. My whole point of coming on today is to talk ball with you and to see you. Don't get the shingles. I'm not one to push drugs very often,
dude.
But get you a vaccine on the shingles. So the whole time in Italy, dude, my arm didn't work. It was horrible, dude.
I'm sorry, Pat.
Ferocious. So please go to Walgreens. Go hit your dealer up and get a vaccine for the shingles, brother.
Hey, Pecan, just yesterday, I got my first round of hepatitis B and pecan and shingle shots yesterday. And Paulie came in today and he kind of
I'm so thankful.
Yeah, he just whacked my arm, I'm like, oh.
It hurts. It hurts like a bitch. I had the shingles vaccine too last year, and I had to have multiple shots.
Good.
Yeah, I'm getting a second one in 2 months.
Yeah.
It's like getting punched in the shoulder by Apollo Creed. It hurts for like 2 weeks after that. But anyway, you got to do it.
No. My sister-in-law, who lives next door, she had when she got her shingles vaccine, it set her down, dude. It wrecked her. But let me tell you, the alternative is far worse. I mean,
Yeah.
I kind of look like a broken down Clark Griswold trying to hang lights in front of my house because I only got one arm. I can look, check this out. My right arm, I can fly like a duck. My left arm only goes this high. Nerve damage, baby.
Dude, I'm sorry, Pat. I'm so sorry.
Wow.
Well, this is a fascinating day to get. So first of all, look at what we've learned in 10 minutes. Pecan was in Italy with shingles. He can't move his left arm. He's wearing a freaking Ducks jersey. My mind is blown. Actually, Pecan, back to that for a second. How do you feel? I guess it's a two-part question. How do you feel like, what's your response when you see a powerhouse school like Oregon playing little James Madison? Now, respect to James Madison. Charles Haley came from there.
Yep.
But like that is not a team you would traditionally see. How do you feel about that?
I hate the college football playoff. We had a playoff. We had a playoff for, I don't know, 100 years. It was called the season.
Yeah.
Dude,
It worked for me. This is horrible. And for everybody that promotes power to the people and all this, you're full of crap. This is nothing more than a way to televise, get more. And that's great. I love watching football. I'll watch, dude, trust me. If I'm allowed to watch, if I'm not at a wreath making class or down at, I don't know, Stanford Mall taking pictures with Santa, whatever, or at a game show at Fisherman's Wharf, I will be watching. I'm not, I don't want to get on here and complain and then watch. And then I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to watch, but it's a joke. James Madison, Tulane. We got the green wave in here. It's horrible. It's stupid. And guess what? Next year will be 16 teams. And in 5 years, there'll be 32, and it'll be so watered down. It'll makes a mocker. We had a playoff. It was called the season.
Right.
That's it.
Dude, what do you think about the whole Notre Dame thing about how Notre Dame being an independent getting dissed, but my Alabama going in with 3 losses and Notre Dame getting the Heisman with the 2 losses? How do you feel about that? What are your thoughts on that?
I'm pretty OCD. I'm kind of like a broken record. I always complain about players nowadays just sitting down. So this is no different. This is the exact same thing. Steph sits down, Jimmy sits down, Dre sits down, Buster used to sit down. That's all that you get nowadays. So why are we surprised that teams are sitting down? Christian McCaffrey, he didn't want to play in the Hyundai Sun Bowl. These guys just don't want to play anymore. So now we're shocked because universities say we don't want to play anymore. This is the result of people just taking it, lapping it up like dogs and going, rest. We're not injured. We're actually, we don't want to play anymore. We just want to collect checks, and maybe when we feel like it, we'll play. So how is this any different? I'm all in favor of it. I want to see some justice, some frontier justice. Good. Take the day off. Don't go play in the Citrus Bowl. Don't go play in the playoffs. Don't do anything. Everybody just sit and we'll do simulations. How about that?
Could you imagine spending a ton of money on you mentioned a bunch of Warriors on a Warriors game, and then you go and it's a load management night for Steph and or Jimmy Butler or Draymond. It just is. You're right, Pecan.
Let me jump in on that real quick, Tony. And Pecan, think about this. This is a thought I have a lot when it comes to this load management thing. So here we are in the year 2025. Dude, we got driverless cars out there, okay?
Yep.
The world has evolved so much.
Or devolved.
But this is what's interesting to me. There's more money in professional sports than we've ever seen. Guys that don't even get on the court are literally making millions.
Yep.
Now, you go back to Michael Jordan's era. He used to play 80 games, 82 games. He would only miss a game if he was really hurt. With that in mind, people pay to see me play. I'm going to uphold my part of that bargain. I'm going to perform for the people, for the paying customers. And it's like, so we have more money, more medicine, more science. We have sleep science, but yet athletes are doing less and less every year. Guys used to throw 150 pitches, 9 innings. Now a starter goes 5 innings, and people are showering him with, "Oh my God, what a great outing! It was a solid start. He gave us 5 great innings."
Yeah.
So Patrick, why are guys making more money? Science is advanced, asleep, all this stuff is advanced, but yet athletes are doing less and expected to do less.
Well, who am I? I can barely manage my own life. So for me to try and manage all these guys, don't listen to me. But I've put a lot of thought into it because it's reduced my passion for sports. It really has, because I'm not. There was some very painful moments in my life, guys. Seriously, cue the music, where I carved out time to watch the Spurs play the Bucks, and raced home from work and stoked to see Kawhi Leonard and the Greek Freak go at it. Neither of them are playing.
Right.
Yeah, it's brutal.
They're not injured.
No.
They're not sick. No death in the family. Guess what? It's almost like they're precogs in Minority Report. They're trying to prevent crimes down the road, prevent injury down the road. Dude, I was so pissed. I was like, could have been on a date with Michelle. I could have been hanging out with my boys, drinking cold beers, talking, I don't know, Irish music, whatever. I came home to watch this game, and these losers are kicking back, Jack, in their civvies.
Right.
No reason. So for those, all that, and Bonds used to do it too, but at least you could predict when he was going to do it. Sunday day games after a night game, pretty predictable. Or a Thursday day game, great. You knew Bonds was going to do it, so you didn't buy a ticket day game after a night game. Buster one time. Everybody loves Buster Posey. I used to drive Larry Krueger bonkers because this is the centerpiece of your World Series team, and in a playoff race, he didn't want to play on a Sunday, but Yadier Molina did, and that's who they were competing against. So I used to just go, it used to drive me crazy. It's like, dude, you sit down every half inning. What's going on? It just drives me crazy. So I don't have a good answer other than to say, because I ship cars now for a living, people that have Maybachs and 911 GTSs and all these fat cars, they never drive them because they put too much money into them.
Yeah.
So you ship them enclosed. They won't drive to meet you at a gas station, even though the truck might take out some of their neighbor's property. Right. They baby them because they've spent so much money on them. So that's what I think is happening with the players, I think.
Yeah, that's so contradictory too. It's I've also never understood like a fully stocked wine cellar. Like, why aren't you drinking that stuff? Like,
some people, I can answer that because some people, it's the same thing with these people, Patrick, that collect guitars. Like people that collect that kind of wine, they collect it almost like it's a trophy.
But you're never going to drink it then?
A lot of serious wine guys, it's the same with the guitar players. I have a 1959.
But a trophy for like to show off when you have people over?
Pretty much. Like an ego thing. Yeah. It's just to say, I own this. I have a 59 Les Paul. It's never been played. It can't be played, but it hangs on my wall. And it's the same thing with the wines. Yeah.
God, I just don't.
Hey,
okay.
Pecan, let me go. I want to pick your brain a little bit. I want your reaction on Indiana Hoosier football.
Yeah.
Just give me unfiltered reaction. I'm impressed, dude. I got to tell you, who saw this coming, right? And they kind of answered the bell. They did everything you could ask them to do. They beat Ohio State. They haven't lost a game. But Pecan, I want to hear you speak about Hoosier football. Question I never thought I'd ask you.
Well, I mean, remember that great movie Breaking Away?
Totally.
You had the derelicts, dude, the cutters. Your Kelly Leaks, right? And Dennis Quaid and Daniel Stern, who doesn't get any love. I'm a Daniel Stern guy. And they're living out on the edge of society. One of the guys thinks he's Italian, singing opera. It was phenomenal. And then you have the rich school kids, right? That are they're all a bunch of Biffs and Skips and Spaders. So that's what I think of when I think of Indiana. And I think of Damon Bruce. I think of Bruce, and I would love to go to Bloomington. My brother-in-law, Tony, has been before. He said it was a great experience. So I'm stoked for Indiana fans. I can't get on board with them because I do think of that movie impacted me. I think of them as kind of snobby and a little bit, wine and cheese and, just a little bit flitty and all that. The real dirtbags in this tournament are the Texas Tech Raiders.
Okay, let's talk about it. Go ahead. Yeah.
They remind me of Cousin Eddie.
Dude,
from Christmas Vacation, standing there with the shitter is full sweater, and the Russian flappy hat. Yeah. Those are the guys that are the real dogs. I know they're a one seed, so they're not an underdog. But Texas Tech, get your damn guns up. Dallas Bradens of the world, a bunch of Northwest Texas scumbags. That is the real dirty Cousin Eddie team in this tournament, not the Hoosiers.
Okay, but Pecan, let me see if I can massage your view of the Hoosiers with this, and I think you're going to respond favorably to this. What if I were to remind you that Bloomington has produced maybe the greatest Hall of Fame smoker of all time? His name is John Cougar Mellencamp. Dude. Let me just refresh everybody's memory. This guy wrote a whole bunch of hit records. I like his stuff.
Didn't he die and come back to life?
Close.
Okay.
This is a guy who has a massive heart attack from smoking I'm not exaggerating. I think he used to put down 5 packs a day.
That's true.
Mellencamp, one after another. Bam, bam, bam. So here's what happens. Goes to the hospital, gets this big triple, quadruple bypass surgery. They stitch him up. And they're like, John, never smoke again if you expect to live past the age of 50. The guy's going out of the hospital, lighting up butts, dude, right after the bypass. So I'm just saying, Pecan, that's a Bloomington product. Does that change your view at all?
strong argument. I'm a big fan of people that smoke.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like kids and chimps, kids and primates that smoke, the best, and someone that just had heart surgery, still burning butts, strong.
Yeah. You got to respect it, Pat. You got to respect that kind of dedication.
Kids and primates.
I agree with Pat in the
better.
Hangover movie when they're in Bangkok.
Yes.
Not only does the monkey smoke butts, he's wearing a denim jacket with the Stones logo on the back. Yeah.
I mean, that's a win. That's a home run. I one time went to a Stone Cold Steve Austin, Ric Flair match in the Columbus Civic Center, Columbus, Georgia, in the dead of summer, a hot August night, Neil Diamond style. It was just the walls were breathing. There was sweat just pouring down the walls, and there was 8-year-old kids running around drinking King Buds, smoking cigarettes. I said, "These are my people. These are my people."
Well, did the Van Halen 1984 cover has the little baby,
baby smoking butts? Yeah, that's a.
Hey, Pecan. So, how do you feel about round 2 of this playoff when the Ducks most likely take care of business against James Madison and meet up with those Texas Tech Raiders? How do you feel that's going to pan out?
Oh, dude, I don't even care so much about the football. It's just the clash of culture.
Yeah.
I mean, we got your West Coast hippies, and I know it's a lot of California kids up there, and that's great. My cousin, Lars, who lives in Salt Lake City, his daughter went out there and had a blast. So, but it's just a crunchy vibe versus just, oil money, scumbaggery. I just love it. So I think that the Ducks probably would take care of business. Texas Tech, I don't know much about their football. I've seen them play a couple times this year, twice against BYU. They beat both the Utah squads. I'm a huge University of Utah fan. They got those guys, and then I think they lost to Arizona State. So I can't tell you who even their coach is, but I know Red Raider football culture and just the vibe down there. They got a ton of money behind the program, all the NIL money, all this oil money. So I just love that they don't pretend to be anything other than what they are. Is they just want to buy a championship. It's awesome. I love it.
Pecan, like earlier in the program, you were saying that you're just, we've always had a playoff, but you don't like this bracket style where it's like the teams have to go out and play each other, and there's an actual championship that all these teams build up to a championship instead of these bowl games. One's considered a national championship, another one's considered like the runner-up, or the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a great question, Tony. It's kind of semantics, but we had that with the season. The season was the playoff.
So are you pro or con like division championships?
Not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. It's okay. It's fun. It's fun when your team is in it. It's a lot of fun. But no, we didn't need that before. To
that point, Pecan, like Indiana beating Ohio State. Yes, they won the conference championship there, but I see it's a tough road for Indiana. If they were to meet Ohio State down in this bracket down the road, I don't see Indiana beating Ohio State twice.
Well, both teams would have been in the playoff with or without the conference championship. Didn't matter if they won or lost. So what was the point?
No, but sure. They do. There is a pointless vibe to the conference championships. But my point is, they made a huge deal of Indiana beating Ohio State, and it's like them being able to do it twice in 3 weeks. I don't know.
That's exactly what Oklahoma. That's what Oklahoma's faced with right now too, because Oklahoma went down to Alabama and beat them about a month ago, and now. That's the first round matchup. The great question for you, Patrick. Can the Sooners beat Alabama twice?
Sure. Their coach may be gone. Kalen DeBoer may be up in Ann Arbor, baby. So there's all kinds of hell breaking loose. It's just, look, what's going on in college football, dude? This guy, you think Sharon's the first guy to cheat on his wife with a staffer?
Shout out Rick Pitino back in the day. You remember?
Yeah. Two shot Rick. Two pump chump, dude.
Pretty much. Yeah.
In fact, I won't say which college, War Eagle. They hired a coach from Boise who brought a staffer down from Boise, and the rumor mill was fast and furious and on fire. Is in fuego, and it was horrible because the poor girl was publicized, and nobody ever could substantiate the rumors. Now, the coach that Auburn hired didn't end up in jail. He wasn't sitting there in the slammer. But I can't riff too hard on this situation other than to say that the impact it's going to have on the rest of college football. But if Kalen DeBoer splits Bama to go up to Michigan, that'll have a huge impact on the Tide, and it may or may not happen at all or before they play the Sooners. But, I think the Sooners can beat the Crimson Tide. I think the Sooners are pretty tough. They're a pretty tough team.
They have a
they
good
are.
defense this year for the first time in a long time. So they're kind of balanced.
Yeah.
So it should be a good game too.
And
So.
the details that keep coming out of that Sharon Moore story is I mean the
Bro,
details they're
It's brutal. Hey,
Yes.
look, man. Now, I mean, Michigan's had scandals in their day. I'm a huge fan of their previous scandals. You had Gary Moeller, their head coach, get wasted at like 4:30 in the afternoon.
It happens. Yeah.
Just open his mouth so much. Now I've gotten wasted and opened my mouth and caused problems, but I'm nobody. This guy had juice, and they said you got to go. Imagine waking up from that. That's a hell of a hangover.
Have you watched the Michigan the sign stealing documentary?
Love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Dude, love it. I mean, you can't ask for more. You don't get that in any other sport where you have a former Marine out there doing reconnaissance, counter intel, and Connor. I mean, the whole thing about this guy is awesome, and the people were. It was the best story of the year. And plus Harbaugh was there and promoting it and advocating for it and then pretending he wasn't. I mean, that's what I want in my university. I want people paying each other. I want them paying the kids under the table, not this NIL crap. Don't get it twisted, boys. That has nothing to do with economic freedom and paying the players what they're deserved because they were already getting paid. There was a congresswoman in San Diego County that pitched this stupid idea. Not because they wanted the kids to get paid. They were already getting paid. She did this because the government wanted to get paid. Taxes. They wanted to tax the money. So they never do anything for altruistic reasons or for anybody else. It's all about them. It was all about so that they could wet their beak Don Fanucci style. Okay.
Nice. That's great.
All right. So I liked when the players were getting handshakes behind the stadium, dude. I liked when you could cheat on your wife and not get sent to jail. These were all when college football was real.
This reminds me of the show Friday Night Lights. And who was the guy who was like the booster who would like give kids cars? And
I forget his name, but the car dealer guy. I know who you're talking about.
He was a car salesman.
Totally.
And he was doing exactly what you're talking about, Pecan.
If somebody gets a set of keys to a new car, what's the harm? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
Kids got to get to school. Kids got to get from A to B.
Yeah. I mean, you want them to get an education. Bama, and I'm not picking on Alabama because that's my rival, but they were very notorious for doing that. Sean Alexander, his uncle would get the new Corvettes every year. And that's how they laundered it. The uncle would be under the uncle's name. So they couldn't trace it back to Sean Alexander. But he'd be cruising around T-Town, Tuscaloosa in a sweet Corvette every year. Drake Kirkpatrick, who was a first-round draft pick, cornerback out of Alabama by the Bengals. Good player. This guy was so smart that he got a Dodge Charger, and he put his name and number stenciled, painted right on the side day one. And he's driving down from Gadsden, Alabama in his brand new Charger as an 18-year-old kid. So it's very famous. You know, that's a big thing in college football. And it's kind of cool. I got no problem with it. I prefer it actually.
Dude, I just looked it up. Buddy Garrity.
Yeah, Buddy Garrity.
Friday Night Lights. By the way, Pecan, just indulge us for a moment.
Oh, yeah. It's business time.
Hey, we got a couple more supers for you, dude. So we got to get those up there. So let's see. Escobar Cheeks the third. He says, Peaches, do you think JMU or Tulane will win at least one or win at least show well? Oh, and the Martinelli I know was on a Giants grounds crew. Not going to call him out. So that's a super.
I had a couple Martinellis on the ground crew. Yeah, on the Giants ground crew.
That's your father-in-law, right? Didn't he retire recently?
Yep. He retired a couple of years ago. He was on the grounds crew, and then my brother-in-law Tony was on the grounds crew. My brother-in-law Greg was the grounds crew chief. He's now with the San Jose Earthquakes, dominating PayPal Stadium. So we got grass in our family here, man. You got to see my grass; it's synthetic.
Yeah, I got some grass too. I'm a big grass proponent, as you know.
So, and then what was Cheeks' was the first part? Oh, does James Madison and Tulane do they show well? Well, Tulane's coach is now the head coach at the University of Florida, so I wouldn't expect much from the Green Wave. And then James Madison, I don't know anything about him. I know Haley went there. I don't even know what their mascot's name is.
Ooh. Good question.
James Madison. I hope Charles Haley, the Fighting Haleys or something like that, because he's like the only notable James Madison graduate I can point to is.
I would say Oregon wins by 30-40 on the 20th. Yeah,
the James Madison Dukes, and I'm looking at their schedule here.
Wrong. That's actually
shout out to Isaac Hayes, the Duke of New York, Patrick in Escape from New York. They got to have the Duke. Yeah.
I'm looking at
Me too. Big fan. Snake Plissken for life.
They beat Washington State 24-20. I'm looking at their schedule. Appalachian State, Coastal Carolina, Troy, Texas State, Marshall, Old Dominion.
What are they in? Are they in the Sun Belt Conference? I don't even know.
Yes, they're in the Sun Belt. Yeah, Sun Belt Conference.
Well, I'm not, dude. It's cool for their students and their alums and their fans for about a week until they just get rolled, and it'll still be cool for them. Good experience, but what's the value for college football fans? None.
Right. Hey, Pecan, one more super or two more supers for you. This is Cheeks again. One more time. He says Bobby Petrino thought the UM issue was messy. Yeah.
Bobby Petrino. Now the the Michigan thing. Yeah, Bobby Petrino. Remember dude, that was a good story. Riding on a motorcycle with his mistress and falling off it and getting the scab on his nose, dude.
That's a tough one. Tough one to explain. Yeah.
It happens. College football is the best sport for scandal. Mike Price, again, I'm not picking on Alabama. It's just they're known for their scandals. Sure. They hired Mike Price, who's an older gentleman. He looked like everybody's chubby grandfather. They hired him from Washington State. He went down to a charity golf tournament in Pensacola, and he made it one night at this charity golf tournament before he got wasted, hired a bunch of hookers back to his hotel room, and immediately fired. He didn't coach one game at Alabama.
You know what's funny about? I learned that. It's funny you say that, Patrick. And by the way, we'll wrap in a minute. We'll let Pecan get going and get on with your day. But I got to tell you, my time spent with Brian Murphy when we used to go out and do all these remote broadcasts from different golf tournaments, whether it was Edgewood up in Tahoe, Pebble Beach, Pecan. I had no idea. You know, I'm not a golfer. I don't know anything about golf. But what I observed was every time all these high-profile golfers get together for a tournament, here come the pros. Dude, the pros come in. And I'm talking about ladies of the night. I'm talking about professionals. You start looking around and I'm like, she's a pro, she's a pro, she's a pro. Pecan, he's a pro, he's a pro, she's a pro, he's a pro, she's a pro. They're all pros. Anyway, I learned that about these golf events, dude. The pros come in, they swoop in. So, yeah.
Dude, God.
A lot of pros.
Oh, it's like Vegas. Like when you're gambling in Vegas, you can look at a big gaming floor and be like, oh, okay, I see that over there. See that over there.
Are you a professional?
Yes.
Yeah, you just ask them straight up, what are you, a pro? Yeah,
you got all that money, you got flowing the booze, and people are just kissing up to each other. I mean, love is in the air, and it ends usually ends in problems.
Love is in the air, unless you're Ben Roethlisberger, because that was another mishap at a golf tournament. Well, no, that was up in Edgewood. Dude, that was a freaking Edgewood. I'm just saying, I'm just talking. I don't know.
I'll go hit Lincoln Park. And that's about it for your boy. Crystal Springs, maybe if I get a golden ticket.
Or Glen Eagle. You ever go Glen Eagle? You ever play Glen Eagle?
No, but I would. Hey, you name the day. I'll dust off the clubs. We'll go, man.
You would like Glen Eagle. It's our speed, man. It's our type of golf game. It's not, it's no fancy pants, right?
Well, Pecan, final question.
Oh, hold on, Paulie, real quick. Sorry, we have another super. We got the Nutter. Look at the Nutter's picture, by the way. That's Sharp Park Golf Course, Pecan in Pacifica. He says, Pecan, you being a Ducks fan, any thoughts on Tosh Lapoy taking the Cal head coach job?
Thank you for that question, Nutter. Great question, and that shows you that Cal is finally willing to just slum it. This guy is he's coached in the SEC before. He's an SEC caliber scumbag. Love it. The guy will sell a boat. He'll do whatever it takes. The guy's got greasy. He's just grease coming out of his pores.
Cal needs that. Cal needs that.
Cal fans, get off your high and mighty horse that you're this. You are a great academic institution. There's no disputing that. But if you want to play ball with the big boys, you got to get down in the gutter. Let's go.
Let's go. Dirty. Let's get the sleaze going. Let's make Cal sleazy again. You know what I mean?
And Ron Rivera, I'm a little shocked that he did go Lapoy, dude. But I'm on board. Ron knows you got to fight fire with fire. Fight fire with fire. So go.
Nice.
That's a good track by Metallica, by the way. Not to be confused with Trapped Under Ice, Pat. They're both on Ride the Lightning, as you know.
Call of the Cthulhu. We'll set you straight.
Once you drop a Cthulhu on me, Pat, there's nowhere else to go except maybe a discussion about Vinnie Vincent and Yngwie Malmsteen. But we'll do that next time.
I have a question for
Pecan.
That next time. Pecan being a South San Francisco resident, and by the way, the owner of Longbridge Pizza, Pecan, is a South City resident. Neil Donardi. Born and raised in South San Francisco.
Well, Pecan was here on opening day.
Yeah, that's the picture on the thumbnails. The four of us. It's great. Yeah. But dude, I was the other day in South City on Grand Avenue eating a phenomenal breakfast burrito from La Tapatia. I want to know Is that still highly ranked in South City, or is there
Oh,
some
sure.
competition now, or some
Oh, no,
competition?
no. La Tapatia, dude, forever, for life.
Okay.
Everybody knows it. Everybody respects it. Cash only. So I got to go a different direction. I don't dick around with cash only. Never have, never will. When I moved to South City, moved in with Michelle, we used to be on the radio, and I would complain about the Topper, which was a great saloon on Grand Avenue.
Yeah.
And I'll leave the other, gets closed down now, but other bars around the area that were cash only, I used to complain about. Well, the day I moved in, I'm walking into our house and I look over to my left, and there's a white-haired gentleman with his glasses down on his nose. He looked like De Niro in Goodfellas when he's having Henry Hill's wife. He's going, come on.
Go grab some of those dresses in the back.
Yeah,
go grab in the back. They're way in the back.
This guy was sitting on a stool in my new family room, and I'm walking in with luggage and firearms and cases, and he goes, put that down and come see me. All right? Yeah. So I go put it down. I walk in there, and he goes, you know who I am? And I said, yeah, your Uncle Fred? And he goes, yeah, there's talk around town that you've been complaining about cash only. You're not going to do that anymore. You're not going to do that anymore. So I never once brought it up on the radio again.
Wow, dude. What, do you know who I am? Anytime anybody asks you that question, you better watch your back because something bad is about to happen. Yes. Do you know who I am? That's what Jack Nicholson said to Leo DiCaprio when The Departed.
Oh, you're right.
They were sitting at the bar side by side, and Nicholson looks over at DiCaprio and he goes, do you know who I am?
Oh, God. When I tell you to dump a body in the mosh.
In the mosh.
In the mosh. Yeah. Not where some guy from John Hancock goes. Yeah. Don't make me repeat the rest.
La Tapatia, legit. I'm a La Perla guy, but I'll do them all. South City's got great taquerias, dude. They're all good. Yep.
No question, definitely. So I'll have to check that out, Pecan. I knew you'd have a recommendation if it wasn't La Tapatia, so thank you for that, dude. I knew you'd know because South City.
Patrick, I just want to say thanks for the time, dude. We love you. It's so great to see you, hear you, get some of your riffs, and we'll definitely do this again. But until we connect again, Patrick, have a great Christmas, and also give my best to Michelle too.
Love to see you guys. Michelle. Thanks for everybody listening. I enjoy listening to you guys. I'll hit the podcast as often as I can. And hey, for the Ducks game on the 20th, man, I'm thinking about cruising up to my buddy's bar, California Night, the Rec Room, which is a awesome hang, dude. Come up to the Rec Room. They're a Ducks bar, so coming up and we'll get our quack on. I'll buy everybody a drink. So
that's Todd's bar from the old ship.
Yeah,
that's right.
And Chris Fogarty and those guys. Last question, Pecan. Who wins it all? Who is the national champion?
Well, I don't like the Blue Bloods to win, the Georgias and the Bamas, and I would be very depressed if Texas A&M won. I hate Texas A&M. Ohio State, boring. I hope it's Texas Tech or Oregon. Yeah. Those would be my two that I'd like to see get it done. That'd be fun.
Whoever wins that game, just go on a run then.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And if Indiana wins, cool. That's cool too, just because they're a basketball school. So anytime you can mix it up, I'm in favor.
Nice, dude. Thanks,
love you, Peaches. Great to see you, Pat.
Hey, love you guys. Have a good one. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, take care of yourself, brother. We'll be in touch.
Talk to you soon, Peaches. Great to see you. Pat Connor, everybody. Dude. I love that kid, man. And we worked together for such a long, all of us did. You, me, Patrick, Murph, and everything. The Murph and Mac family tree has a lot of branches, and Pecan has one of the biggest branches on that tree. He was an essential part. A lot of people would argue when the show was at its very, very best, at its highest peak, Pat was producing the show during those years. And I might be a guy that agrees with that, actually. He was really, really good. So, Tony, here's the situation.
Okay.
Here's the situation.
My parents went away on a week's vacation.
I can't believe
it. She left the keys to the brand new Porsche. Were they mine? Well, of course not.
I got to tell you the truth. I'll never look at that dude the same way again. Hitting Chris Rock like that, dude. Cut the crap, dude. The guy's a comedian. He's telling jokes.
It's like I can't watch Kevin Spacey anymore either. It's like there's certain people I cannot watch. And I admired the hell out of Kevin Spacey. Dude, House of Cards.
Dude, Spacey would get along really well with Puff Daddy.
Yeah.
They should share a cell together someday when they're not being someone else's bitch inside the penitentiary. Because that's where it's all headed. I'm telling you right now. If Puff Daddy's not already on somebody's arm, He will be soon enough, if you know what I'm talking
I'm going
about.
to show you the real Puff Daddy, Paul.
Yeah. Look at here. Yeah. That's it. Friday. Let me show you who the real Puff Daddy is. That was one of my cuts on the show. I got to read that back. Now, look at here. He's got this huge joint in his head. I'm about to show y'all who the real Puff Daddy is. All right, you guys. We got to do one more spot, and then we got to go meet Shannon Kaler. So let's talk about
Dr. Matt Young and the Young Dental Group. Let's go inside the mouth, Paulie. Why don't we get inside the mouth?
I would
Stand
like
by.
that. I would appreciate that.
En la boca. Let me get rid of the banner too, because we love Dr. Young, dude. The kids, what is today? Today's December 11th. Next week, my son Dom, my daughter Olivia are going in to see Matt Young, going in to see the Young Dental Group. I will make sure that they report back. I'll try to record like a video of their reviews.
You should. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it'd be fun. And they're excited because they hear me talk about it, and they hear me talk about that. It's actually a fun thing to do because they're 11 and a half and 10. They're not psyched about the dentist, right?
right.
So anyways, and
Well,
guess what's on Olivia's Christmas list, by the way, for Santa?
Taylor Swift tickets.
Electric toothbrush.
We could
How
probably
about
make that happen.
How about
We could
that?
probably make that happen.
How about that?
I mean, I got a box from Dr. Young delivered to
same.
the house. Like
Yeah.
I got all the
Same.
electric toothbrushes.
How good is that Listerine mouthwash, dude?
All of it's the best. It's all the best.
I was
mean,
never a mouthwash guy.
No, I'm a mouthwash proponent.
never.
Yeah, give it a little rinse.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
dude. Dom, mouthwash?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole flossing I learned from Joyce. I was flossing the wrong way for literally my entire life.
Sure.
Joyce taught me about the horseshoe pattern that you're supposed to do around your tooth.
Could you demonstrate for the audience?
Well, you go up and then you have to wrap the floss around your tooth and kind of go like this. Not
Wrap
up,
it.
not up and down. That's a myth. Don't go up and down. Go side, go in, and then wrap the horseshoe, make a horseshoe, and go side.
Here's
to
my
side.
new tribute song to Dr. Young and the proper flossing technique. It's called "You'll Be Wrapped Around My Molar." You got me? You'll be wrapped around my molar. I'm playing stand-up bass on this
Nice.
one, by the way. Yeah.
Be-de-de-doo.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, don't get me going.
Frown.
I love finger.
Yeah.
I'm a big finger guy.
Boom,
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah,
boom,
big boom, boom, shwap, bap, bap, bap. Yeah, with the big echo.
Staring at the ring around your
Although,
finger.
you know what I could do without? Sting with his stupid, because I love Sting, but
Me
I also
too,
got to
me
break
too.
his balls because he's way too
Well,
perfect.
dude, Dream of the Blue Turtles is where I lost Sting.
I got to back it.
Come
I'll
on.
back it every day.
Love is the Seventh Wave is the only song on
I
that.
got Branford Marsalis blowing his horn on
That's
there.
true.
Count me in.
That's true.
Fortress Around Your Heart. Come on, for
Ah.
God's sake. But no,
Ooh, God.
all I did was touch him. I
Ah.
barely touched him.
Dude, it hurts like hell.
Wrapped Around Your
Yeah.
Finger video is maybe the most obnoxious Sting moment of all time. First of all, he's wearing he's on a white shirt, white pants, mirrored shades, and he's running, knocking
Yes.
candles over,
Yes,
like
dude.
singing
Yes,
and
yes.
knocking. It's like, Sting, cut the S, bro. You're making me not like
Hey,
you.
If
Yeah.
you can make love for 72 hours straight, you can run around and knock out candles in white linens.
I'm a fan of his wife, Trudy.
Yeah, of course.
Trudy.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Definitely,
They
dude.
probably have the right answer. All the rest of us are trying to figure it out. He figured it out.
I think Sting, Trudy, and then Philip Rivers and his wife have the
Yes,
answer.
we
Like,
make love for 4 or 5 days at a time.
Yeah.
Like, he's just out there doing his seance.
well, obviously, the Rivers don't believe in any contraception because,
we
10
should.
kids.
We were doing in the middle of a
Yeah.
Dr. Young spot, for God's sakes. Let's get
Sorry,
back on
Dr. Young.
point. Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
Dr. Young. Anyways, Joyce is part of the staff at Young Dental SF Group, and she's amazing. The whole staff that I met there, Paulie's been there, and Paulie would really hype it up to me. And I'm like, okay, it's a dentist. Okay, cool. And then boom, I go there and I get the headphones. I get what do you want to listen to? And I'll never forget when I said Jack Johnson, he looked at me like, oh, good choice.
Yeah.
It was kind of like Samuel Jackson when he drinks the coffee in Pulp Fiction, and he looks at it like, or no, the
Yeah.
wolf, the wolf. When
Don't
the
tell
wolf-
me I'll give my coffee is okay, Jules. Okay.
Don't jimmy
Yeah.
me, Jules.
Yeah. I know how good it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, dude, anyways,
Don't jimmy me, Jules.
Dude, yeah.
Okay.
I know how good my coffee is.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about my coffee. I want to talk about da 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 da.
Yeah. Don't jimmy me, Jules. Come on, man. Talk Dr. Young, for God's sake.
So,
Let's go.
well, hold on. I think we have Tarantino on the soundboard, don't we?
Okay.
Yeah, we do. Right there. Stand by. Here we go.
Okay.
Yeah,
There we go.
100%.
One more time.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, the Young Dental Group,
Okay.
they are there for you 6 days a week. Saturdays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Weekdays 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. They're all about making it available for you and your busy schedule. And then when you're there, it's the relaxed vibes of Dr. Young and his staff, and that you will want to return. That's my point.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you have a busy schedule? Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good for you.
That's Dr. Young's response. He's like, oh, well, good for you, but so do we. And we're going to keep our doors open on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Dr. Young, like Tony said, I can speak from experience. I've known him for over a decade.
Yep.
He's done a lot of work for me, and I needed a lot of work. Believe me, Rags, I was like Mr. Avoid the dentist at all costs. But there's a price to be paid when you take that approach, because I hadn't gone for years, and he was like, yeah, we got to bring out the freaking, SWAT team for this. So they cleaned me up, had a couple of procedures, and all the while, like Tony said, it's his bedside manner, his demeanor. He's so calm. He's so relaxed. You can't help
Dude, he also cares. He checks in with you.
He does.
Over the weekend. He'll check in with you at night. How you feeling? How's it going? Everything good?
And I saw him at our Christmas party on Friday, and he was so handsome.
Yeah,
and I was like, you know what? Yeah. Maybe if I keep going to Dr. Young, I can be as handsome as he is. Because I'm not even being out in the open with this. I'm a little jealous of the good looks.
Very good looks into the hip.
Dom is nodding. Dom knows what I'm talking about, because you see him, you're like, damn, why am I the way I am? And he's like that good looking.
Dude, the hip, like fitted V-neck T-shirt too. Like I can't pull that off.
You're rocking some pecs.
Yeah,
the pecs are developed.
If I did that, I'd have like stray hairs coming out from my neck and my chest and stuff. I couldn't pull that off. But Dr. Young, here's how I feel when I'm going to Dr. Young, or that my kids are going to Dr. Young.
I am absolutely jacked out of my mind, bro.
Okay, so Paulie, it's the Young Dental Group SF, right there in Union Square. Make it a day in the city if you do it on a Saturday, or if you do it on a weekday night, go have dinner after, go ice skating right after you go see Dr. Young. Go ice skating.
I'll teach you how to skate backwards, and then we can go have a couple of flossings at Dr. Young's.
And then you can go to Belden Lane and go to like Cafe Tiramisu or any of those great spots on Belden Lane, walking distance from Union Square.
I think Tony is so athletic that I could probably teach him how to skate backwards like in a half hour. You'd be skating. I'm not kidding. It wouldn't take that long, because he's an athlete and he knows.
If I can roller skate backwards, it would translate.
I think it's easier on blades.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go ice skating.
I'm ready. Well, we got to get hockey skates. I'm not putting figure skates on, dude. I'm not doing that. And neither should you. It's the worst thing a guy can do. You know what I mean? I'm a hockey player, but I'm wearing figure skates. Don't judge me. You know what I mean? Like, I can't do that. I can't bring myself to do that.
Hey, so by the way, 415-392-8611. 415-392-8611 for the Young Dental SF Group. If you want to give them a call and book an appointment, or if you want to email, they'll respond same day, info@youngdentalsf.com. And Paulie, we have a super before we say goodbye.
Okay.
Let's get out of the mouth, because the mouth is all cleaned up, right?
Yeah.
And we don't need no stinking badges. Is checking in. And he says, Paulie, I'm a big finger guy. Aren't we all?
Hey, listen, it was a little bit out of context, but coming from you, Badges, you're free in the clear, bro. You do whatever you got to do. And thank you very much.
Handle some business, Paulie. Just want to remind people that our YouTube channel at Polymax Particles, when you're there, please smash the like button and subscribe. That algorithm is something, we're learning about every single freaking day. We can't tell you how much we appreciate all of you for subscribing and watching the show and watching the shorts and rewatching the show. And but spread the word about Polymax Particles on YouTube. And we also have the audio only versions on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and TuneIn as well.
I got to tell you, and thank you, Dr. Young, very much. We love you. We appreciate all the support. We're looking forward to another great year soon in 2026. You know what's funny, dude? As we say goodbye, I felt like a different energy today, and I think there's a different energy when we're in the same room.
Yes, 100%.
And that's like what I'm just telling the audience. Like, one of the biggest changes we've had is that we're all in like individual places now. There's good to that, but there's also challenges to that. Like, you can't read body language. You can't read, like, I can watch, like when Tony's talking, I can like check him out and see what he's doing. And then I react to that. Yep. So I feel like the energy was a very old school today. Like you know what I mean?
So now, you know how we have Dom as our art director, right?
Yeah.
There is a chance that Neil Donardi might become the program director of Polymax Particles.
He's like my dream program director.
Dude, I meet with Neil a couple times for coffee. I met with him yesterday for coffee. And he was saying, you guys might want to think about doing that once a week just for vibe alone. And
Who said that, Donardi?
Neil.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
No, I'm not surprised.
And I was like, God, listen to you, dude. You sound like a freaking program
And
director.
we should maybe do this a little more often.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it was up to me, we would be in the same room. It's just not the way it's really done anymore. And like renting a studio, finding a proper studio. It's like way too much of a headache at this point. But the show's going fine the way it is. But I'm just commenting. I like being in the same room. This is fun.
Yes, and I also like
Herb. Herb is a plant. Herbs are good for everything.
Herbs are good for everything.
Oh, we haven't played this in a long time, Paulie.
What's your problem? Hold on. What's this one too? What's this? Oh.
That's the sports flash.
Okay, I like the explosion. Let me see what else you got.
Oh,
here.
Fareed, by the way, Robot Centaur, how was date night last night? He missed the night flight because he said he had date night with Mrs. Centaur. And hopefully, by the way, Mrs. Centaur, you're playing above the rim, Fareed, by the way.
Well, that's the idea. That's what we're all trying to do. And
Yeah.
I got to tell you, Fareed, I apologize. I didn't get a chance to properly talk to your wife, but I will next time. And I know I got a good piece of you, but give your wife my best because I don't think I properly had a chance to say
Dude,
hello
Rags,
to her.
Rags wants me to sit on your lap. You see the comment?
Hey, listen, I tell you that we're not afraid of any of that. Believe me, we'll break all those barriers down. And I'll remind the audience, last thought of the day, when I did the show in New Jersey with Rags, we were kissing each other.
Dude, that's
Rags
right.
and I kissed on the show. I'm like, what do you want to see me kiss Rags? I'll do it right now.
Programming note, by the way, there's going to be some Paulie Rags during the holidays, right? Over the holidays?
Top of my head, I don't have my calendar in front of me, but I think it's the 22nd and the 23rd.
The Monday, Tuesday before Christmas Eve.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We'll go over all of this next week. But
Yeah.
yes, Rags and I are going to co-host a couple of shows.
Dom's going to be in the mix.
Dom will be with us the whole time, and Dom will essentially be co-hosting as well. It'll be a threesome.
Yeah.
Yes, I said threesome.
Nice.
And then also, I want to try to get Los on for one of those shows too. Los, we'll talk about this off the air. But anyway, yeah, we are going to do some fill-in stuff while you're out, and then I'm going to be out.
And then I'll grab some people.
Yeah.
I might do a show with my Uncle Paul.
Well, we better get going because we're seconds away from, hey, where are you guys, man?
Yeah,
like
totally.
Kaler's going to be downstairs, like having a fit if we don't get down there. So
I got to get back to Petaluma, man.
I'm trying to teach adults how to play the xylophone, man.
You know what I mean?
The
Like
glockenspiel is really popular this time of year.
Dude, wood block. I'm working on the wood blocks right now, man.
Anyway, we love Kaler and we love you guys. Thanks for supporting the show and good show today. Thank you, Patrick Connor. Great catching up with Pecan.
Hell yeah.
Business hours are over, baby. It's business. It's business time.
Doo-doo. There we go.
That's about as smooth of a crossfade as you're ever going to get. Thank you, Creative Tony. Thank you, Don Peralta. Thank you, Longbridge Pizza. Thank you, Neil Donardi. And thank all of y'all for being with us today. We will do it again tomorrow. Sweet Mad Hatter brings the leg bomb, our guest sponsor for the music assignment. And
Listen to what you just said.
He'll
dude.
bring the leg bomb. He confirmed it today.
Dude, how about this? Last Friday, we had a Mahomes pinata with grass and whiskey and chocolate. This Friday, we got a leg bomb. You're only gonna get that here on this show.
1,000%. Damon Bruce ain't bringing in the leg bong, and neither is Kruger.
No.
And I love those guys. But if you want leg bongs, we're the guys for the job. Hey, if you would like to be a guest sponsor for Tony's Top 3, for the musical assignment, for Studs and Duds, for Hot and Sour Picks, what have you, all you got to do is email pauliespod@gmail.com, make a donation to the show, and then bam, you join us, which we like because we get a chance to interact with you guys.
100%. Or you can go to our YouTube channel, and after you like and subscribe, then you can go to the links right below our bio, and you can click on our merch page, and it'll take you to the sponsorship banners for any of those segments. And we'd love to have you in the new year. We've got a sponsor for the second week of January. After we both come back, we have Napa Dude, who's also Triple Z, who's also his name is David as well. So we got him locked and loaded for the 16th of January. So that's good.
All right, kiddies, have a great Thursday. Enjoy Thursday Night Football. If the Bucks want to have a postseason life, they had better win the game tonight, and I think they will. I think they beat the Falcons and Kirk Cousins and all that. So enjoy the ball game. We'll be back tomorrow. We got Hot and Sour Picks. We have the guest musical assignment with Sweet Mad Hatter and all of y'all. So have a great Thursday. See you tomorrow. Peace, y'all.
Win. Peace.